Hello, I'm Monica Price and you're watching Cuppa TV. Today I'm joined by international singer-songwriter Alex Moir, whose songs are featured worldwide. Also today, Rose Cook, fashion expert and blogger, joins us to talk about accessorising with jewellery with this season's must-haves. Let's welcome my first guest, a young musician who is currently doing the circuit across the West Midlands, Alex Moir. Alex, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming on Cuppa TV.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to see you. So, Alex, tell me about yourself. How long have you been a musician?
I've been playing since I was 14, so this is my 10th year playing music. I started at school. I gave up school very easily. Probably should have stuck to it a little bit longer, but it seems to be going okay now.
Was it always your passion then, the music?
Yeah, I mean, my first gig was on a Friday night, and I remember sitting in English in fifth period about 10 to 3, just waiting for the bell to ring and just thinking, this isn't for me. So, and I headed straight to Birmingham that night and played my first gig, and I was just fell in love with it. So,
can you remember where that was?
It was at the Adam and Eve in Digbeth in Birmingham, so it was a nice little gig.
And you're writing as well, so you write your songs and the music? So do you do everything?
Yeah, I wrote the majority of the stuff. I do have a co-writer that I work with, a close friend. So it's really good stuff that we do. It's really fun. There's like a batting average. You have to write about 25 songs, and out of that you get like one really good one. And you think, yes, that's the one. You strike gold. So it's a nice feeling. And
how do you know you've struck gold? Is it just something about it? How do you know?
When you know, you know. Yeah. You just listen to it and you think, yeah, that's it. We can go with that. That's the one.
And what sort of things do you think about when you're writing? Do you just look at people? How do you write your music?
The music that I write is more descriptive, it's storytelling. I don't really do like self-confessional music that some people do. So I don't really write about myself. It's more about the world around me. And, you know, for example, the song that I'm going to do today, it's called Havana, and I've never been there. So I went on to Wikipedia and researched it and then wrote it about that. Through Google, basically. So.
Yeah. So it's all sorts of things then, not just one particular thing.
Yeah, everything.
And how do you think the music industry is in the West Midlands?
Well, 5-6 years ago, it was pretty much dead on its knees. But thankfully, there's been a massive resurgence. And I'd probably say that, including London, Birmingham is probably the best place to play music right now in the United Kingdom. It's just very open. And you can pretty much do what you want. There's so many bands and artists, a lot of small venues as well, which is imperative to the music industry. A lot of the focus has been shifted to like arena tours and big venues, and that's not good for small artists. So Birmingham's got an absolutely amazing array of small venues, which is good. And
you say the importance, is it important then that you have clubs and venues to go to perform your music?
Oh yeah, 100%. Because a lot of musicians nowadays, they make this mistake of thinking, you know, we can go into a studio or do it at home and make a record sound amazing, and then they can't really do it live. So the good thing about Birmingham is that there's a lot of promoters out there that are willing to put you on, even if you can only sell like 2 or 3 tickets. You know, they don't really mind. It's just about the health of the scene and improving it, so that's good. And I found that nowhere really else in the country does that at the minute as good as Birmingham, so it's good.
That's great. But your songs go all across the world,
yeah.
So tell me about that.
Basically, I do my own PR, so that involves just trawling the internet and finding college radio stations and, you know, things like that. So I've sent it off to Australia and America and Canada and Belgium, and they've all picked up on a few of the tracks. So I get airplay in Melbourne, LA, Detroit, New York. So it's, you know, it's really cool. Man.
That's great. How do you see your career moving forward, Alex? What are you going to be doing this time next year, say?
Well, I'm releasing another record towards the end of this year, and then hopefully we're going to sort out a European tour and an album for next year. Just a small one. I've only got a 3-piece band, but it's very tight and it does the job, man. It's really cool.
And are you gigging at the moment in around this area?
I've got one gig coming up. I've only booked one gig because at the minute we're recording and writing. I've got a gig May 30th at the Glee Club in Birmingham, so it's going to be a full band gig as well.
And is there a venue that you really would love to play?
Not a venue per se. I'd like to play a festival. I'd like to be on main stage at Glastonbury. That's what I want to do. That's the pinnacle. So I'm aiming for that.
And who are you inspiring by? You know, who's your any musician, or maybe not a musician, there's somebody that you look up to?
I listen to so much stuff that it's hard to pin it down to one sort of artist or act. But I think it all started with bands like Crowded House, because a lot of the stuff in the 80s, although it was great, it was sort of like you've got a date on it because of the sound, and then you listen to Crowded House and it sounds just as fresh as it did like 25 years ago as it does now, which is fantastic. I used to read a lot of poetry as well, which I don't do anymore. I think that was like a teenage thing. But I really like Oscar Wilde and just the great writers. So.
And do they help you write when you're writing?
They don't really help me write. It's more of a fact that it's like an escape. So I can forget about my own writing. I can think about someone else for a bit, and then I can focus on myself later on. You know, if I get bored of myself, which I tend to do, you know, I don't want to write anything and it just gets a bit laborious. You know, I pick up a book and just read it, so just escape.
And do you surround yourself by like-minded people? Is that how musicians often put themselves in with other musicians? Do you do that?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it sort of lends itself all to the same scene, so wherever you go where there's music, everyone's going to be sort of doing the same thing. And like I say, in Birmingham, that's quite a strong situation at the minute, so it's nice to have that around you at all times, which is good.
That's great.
Yeah.
And have you got friends and family around you that are very supportive of what you're doing?
Yeah, 100%. Mum and dad, they don't push me at all, which is wonderful. But, you know, anything that, you know, I think could help, you know, we can work together, and they're very supportive, and they always have done, you know, always drive me to gigs and stuff, and which is wonderful. And all my mates are very supportive. But I never tend to have any money, so I think they've got used to that now. But slowly getting there, so it's slowly changing. Yeah, it's
do it for the love.
Yeah.
And would you like to do a concert over the waters? Would you like to go to America, say?
Oh
or
yeah,
Canada?
100%. Yeah, I'd love to go to New York and play over there, and some of the folk clubs and whatnot. So
that's fantastic. So tell us about the song you're going to play for us now.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, the song is called Havana. I basically really wanted to go to Havana, and I couldn't afford to, so I was just researching it on the internet. And I just looked at it, and I was like very inspired by it, reading about Fidel Castro and, you know, all that goes into it. And I just thought I'll write a song about it.
Brilliant. So. Okay, well, let's do that. So we're just going to be played out to the break with your lovely song. So Havana, off you go.
Thank you.
You can always find me hanging around all the clubs in Havana. Ernest and I drink mojitos wherever the sun goes. The wonderful Maserati, where the women drive Ferraris. You've just got to see this vista, the southern Floridita. It's life. Cast your eyes at the harbor. Now you can't see much further. And bless yourself at the crystal. Follow the sounds wherever you go. With a wonderful Maserati, where the women drive Ferraris. You've just got to see this film. southern Floridita. As life, oh, 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 as life, oh, oh, oh. Well, la vida es la vida, and that's the way it should be. Por favor, no insistas, the stars look down upon me. Tu serás mi amor, am I strong enough to fight? Soy un perdedor, or will you love me? Es life.
Welcome back to Cuppa TV. I'm now joined by Rose Cook, fashion expert and blogger, who is going to show us the importance of accessorising with jewellery for this season. Rose, thank you so much for joining me again.
You're welcome,
Wonderful to see you, and what a lovely array of jewellery we have on this table. So, Rose, last time you came on, we were talking about accessorising with different colours.
Yes.
So, jewellery, is that important?
I think it is, and I think you either love jewellery or you don't, but it is a very important way of lifting any outfit up just by one piece. And I've gone for big and bold for the spring. The summer's nearly coming, but the winter is still sort of lurking there, even though we've got this lovely sunshine that we have at the moment. So be bright and bold and really lift yourself up, and we've got some really lovely pieces here.
So let's have a look. So again, is silver in? Is that the in theme at the moment?
Silver is tending to be the colour rather than gold, but again, it is down to choice. There is a huge range out there for you to choose from, and again, all price ranges as well. But yeah, definitely silver, but it's down to preference and to your own skin tone as well.
That makes a difference.
Yeah,
so this ring,
absolutely.
let's have like this ring, for instance. So
Yes.
that is a beautiful ring.
Yeah.
So you would just wear it as one piece. How would I wear that?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not used to wearing big pieces of jewellery, or a lot of jewellery even, or if you're at work during the day and you don't want to sort of wear a lot, one signature piece is fabulous, and that ring is ideal because it really it's such a pretty. It's
Yes.
made of leather actually.
Oh, is it?
It's such a pretty piece, isn't it?
Yes, it
and
is.
green is the in colour.
Green
so
is the colour.
fabulous.
So that suits. So
that's-
what else
looks
what
really
else have we
good.
got? Take us through. What else have you bought for us today?
Well, you know, we've just mentioned that the sun's out, so a big piece.
So
A
big
big-
sunglasses in this season.
Absolutely, yeah. Jackie Onassis, aren't they fabulous?
Yes.
And they do add a bit of glamour to you, especially the pashmina and one of those fabulous bags that we talked about the last time. So
yes.
yeah, big sunglasses.
Big sunglasses.
Are fabulous.
Okay.
And the
What
colours, colours that are in are the greens, and again, just these bangles really sort of lift you and your outfits. Go with the colours that are in for the spring.
They seem to be very popular at the moment.
Yes.
With the bangles, with all the different charms and things.
They are
on them,
indeed,
so.
yeah. And they are, you know, I think these were like $4.99 or something. So you don't have to spend a huge amount of money, as I've said before, to really lift your outfit. So we've got some great examples here. We'll just go to the gold one because it's primarily
Yes.
silver that I've bought.
Yes.
And you do have to be quite bold to wear this.
Yes.
But on a plain background like your lovely dress
Yes.
that you've got, that really does look fabulous.
Yes, and again, that's almost Egyptian, do you think?
Yes.
I don't know. I like,
Yeah.
you know, that's
This-
a nice piece.
This is by a company called Stella and Dot, and they do some fabulous pieces of costume jewellery. But yeah, it's very sort of, as you said, Egyptian themed, isn't it? But it does look great, even with a black pair of trousers and a camisole top. Really does sort of give you that, you know,
the wow
here
factor.
I am.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So is that
Yes.
chains? Is that in? You know, the sort of long dangly chains.
Yeah, long chains and even chain belts.
Oh,
Again,
gosh,
they
I used to
look
wear those in my 20s.
But I mean, they're back in fashion, and they're great for a loose tunic top like I'm wearing.
So how
or
would you wear
jeans.
those then, Rose? Tight around the waist or?
You can. I mean, they do. If you've got a very petite waist like yourself, they look great if you do them. If you do them tight around. But if you're a bit chunkier like myself,
I don't think so.
you just wear them as you want to, really, with the chain sort of loose, which looks great, or as you said, tighter around your waist. That is very
so they're
on
very
trend.
on trend.
Very, and they do
Okay.
look great. Look great with jeans as well.
Yes.
So yeah, fabulous.
And what about those lovely dangly earrings there?
Don't you just love them? Chandelier earrings are really...
Is that what they're called? Chandelier earrings?
earrings are really in. And some people are a bit frightened of looking a bit like Pat Butcher. But if you don't wear a huge necklace, but you
Yes.
wear the big earrings, they look great. Again, you know, they're very sort of... They're sort of
Yes.
Aboriginal or American Red Indian style, I think. A bit like a dream catcher. But they're fabulous. And for the evening, we've got these little beauties,
Again,
aren't
beautiful for the
Fabulous.
evening.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
But you know, if you're brave, you could wear those during the day as well. A bit of bling.
And again, does it matter if you have your hair up or down when you're wearing earrings like that?
Again, it's all down to preference. They look great either way. But if you've got your hair up like you have, they really do sort
I
of.
suppose you've got them exposed. You can
Yeah,
put some
absolutely.
chandeliers on.
And there's some great bargains out there for you to find your
Fantastic.
piece.
Because that again, that's the thing. You can buy very cheap jewellery.
Yes.
And very
Yeah.
expensive jewellery.
Yes.
Is there a difference between the two when you're looking at the quality of them, or maybe even the look, Rose?
I would have at one point I would have said yes, but not now, because at the end of the day, costume jewellery isn't meant to last forever. However, you get pieces like I've said, Stella and Dot. Their pieces are really well made, and they do tend to last a bit longer. But the idea of costume jewellery, of course, is it's disposable. So if it goes out of trend next season, then you've not spent a great deal on accessorising for where you are at the moment. But I don't want to throw any of my jewellery away. I want to
Yes.
keep it all. But this piece here is
Oh, no, that's very pretty,
fabulous
yes.
piece, isn't it? And if you don't want to wear the big earrings or the big necklaces, just a fabulous piece like that would make all the difference.
And it's
you
quite
could wear-
intricate as well, isn't
Absolutely,
it? that one?
and you can wear pearl earrings and a pearl necklace with that, and just it really lifts you. I
So
love that piece. I
Is
think
there
that's
a golden rule, Rose, when you're wearing, say, a big necklace, not to wear a big bracelet and the chandelier type earrings, or is there no rule? You can just wear anything you like.
No, there isn't a rule, really. It's if you can carry it off, of course. But if you're not used to wearing big jewellery, as I've said, just choose one piece, whether it's a ring or a pair of earrings or a necklace, and just go with that. And then just add pieces as you go along, the more confident you get.
The comfort you get. And what else
Yeah.
have you got? So we've got. And what about this choker here? Now, chokers, again, are they in this season?
It's tending to be the bigger pieces, but this is ideal for somebody that doesn't tend to wear big jewellery, because it's a sort of a in between piece, But I think it looks very stylish, and it does look great with jeans and a jacket or a dress. So yeah, that if you're not, if all this that we've got on show here is a bit too much for you, that's an ideal piece to go for.
And again, that's totally okay, is it, to wear something like that?
Absolutely, yeah. And that was from Debenhams, and that was $7.99. So again, I mean, and that the colour hasn't really come off that one. That's been a really good piece. So again, if it's not in trend next season, you've not spent a great deal to
I think we're all
replace.
guilty of hoarding our jewellery, and maybe we should clear out. But
Yeah.
do you find things come back again though? Because like the belt, for instance,
Absolutely, and these. I mean, I can remember wearing these in the 80s, and the amount of stuff that I threw away, which has now come back in.
So that's in at the moment, is it?
That
We're on
is
trend,
in.
Very
And
chunky bracelets.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the bright colour of red, contrasting with the black is fabulous. And there's
Oh, and look at that ring.
fabulous, isn't it? Very Vivienne Westwood,
Yes,
but
yeah.
not with the
Yes.
Vivienne Westwood price tag.
Interesting,
So, yeah,
because
it's all-
the designers have now sort of, if you like, caught on to the fact that women do like to accessorise.
Yes.
And so they've brought out their own, often they'll bring out a fashion collection, but then
Yeah.
it will also include accessories.
Yes.
Won't it?
Yeah, and because it is all part of an outfit, it isn't just about spending a huge amount of money on an outfit. It's spending what you can afford, what suits you, and then accessorising it with bags and scarves, and of course jewellery.
So would you say that when you accessorise, it can actually ruin an outfit if you don't get it right?
Yes, it certainly can. It can either make it or break it, really. And if it doesn't, you know, if you was to put that, for example, see, I love this. I think this is a fabulous piece. But if you put that with a big bracelet and a chain belt, it can look over the top. But again, that's all down to personal choice, isn't it? You know, Mae West said it's better to be looked over than overlooked.
Yes.
So it is. It is down to finding yourself and finding what you're comfortable with. But as you can see, there is a whole range of things out there too.
And
for ideas.
Are pearls back in again? So I've seen a lot of pearls in the magazines.
Yeah.
Is that something that's back in?
I don't think pearls ever went out. I think pearls are the classic thing to have. I think if you're looking to, you know, for a capsule wardrobe, a pair of pearl earrings and a pearl necklace is just absolutely classic. And of course the pearl next to your skin is very flattering as well. And if you want to go for a modern take on that, then a piece like we've already seen is a fabulous piece to add to all that. Those are called torques. You could either put them on a thin one of those or on a longer necklace there, but that's a fabulous piece, isn't it? I love that as well.
Well, it's fascinating. Thank you so much, Rose, for joining us again today. It's really interesting as well. So we'll have you back in and we'll talk about some other things. That's great.
Fabulous.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's it for today. I'd like to thank my guests, Alex Moir and Rose Cook, for joining me. And thank you for watching. Please do get in touch with us here at Cuppa TV on Facebook or Twitter at Big Centre TV, or you can email us at the show. Don't forget, we also have a competition running at the moment. More details of that can be found on our Facebook page. Come back and join us again soon. Bye-bye.